Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of Ryan's Radar and your free weekly, or should I say, daily analysis. This is going to be a good time of the year. Just want to say for those of you, if this is your last week trading and you guys are going to be off the charts, then happy holidays, happy New Year, and looking forward to seeing you guys, or I should say, looking forward to having you guys watch the content again. If not, then I would say officially that next week should be the last week of trading for most of you because that is when Christmas time is coming, and then the following weekend after that is New Year's. So just a matter of what your preferences, what your schedule's like. But for those of you that are going to be hopping off within the next week or two, happy holidays, and I guess I'll see you guys in 2024. But with that being said, let's take a look at what we're doing for tonight. So you guys might notice that there's a few boxes here. I dropped my support resistance zones. I have supply and demand zones. I have my directions. I have previous highs of days, high of days from yesterday and 2 days ago. So all these have been proven through multiple back tests and just forward testing data that I haven't shown a bunch of you guys, but these are very, very powerful zones. They add pretty good confluence to what I look for in the market. And obviously looking at supply and demand, they just add that nice overall touch to direction. But let's take a look at what we're doing here. So we have Euro USD, and we are still bearish overall. So let me zoom out here. Got the 4 hour. Didn't put it over the chart here, but did an analysis and we're like, we're bearish on the weekly, bearish on the daily, bearish on the 4 hour. So we're still looking for sells overall, even though we do want to see it eventually move back up because right now in the weekly we're in a range, right? You got new highs, new lows, prices in the middle. When price does that, it can pretty much do whatever it wants. But I think the weekly's been pretty smooth so far on EU, and when we get those price movements down, we definitely see it push down a little farther down than just two candles. You can see it in previous history that it does that. But with that being said, I do expect us to be in bearish move still. I got nothing telling me it wants to go up yet. I got no patterns forming. I think the weekly threw it engulfing. It threw it engulfing the week before. It continued it straight down. We are currently inside of a 4 hour support resistance zone. And when these zones get hit, we have one of two things happen for either the 4 hour, the 12 hour, the daily. You're either going to see a nice reversal setup, which could take days or a week or two to set up, or you're going to see consolidations and continuation pattern setup. So for this case, I think we're going to see a continuation pattern set up. But before that continuation pattern moves, we could see potential push up, then a drop. Overall, it is in a unique position for people to want to look for buys. I probably should have added maybe one more thing to this where if price goes up, let's say it goes up from here, we could see it go up, respect, retest that supply, and then drop. Right. So that's one thing that we could also see. I didn't draw that up, but we'll put it in my paid version for the elite members. But this is what we're looking for. We could see a potential pullback, but I've seen these setups before. If they do pull back, it's going to be because of some news or something where it just decides to shoot up automatically, breaking into certain highs and demand zones and then consolidating, continuing. It's too early to tell, but that's one potential. The other is it just continues with that trend down towards these daily supply zones and the 1 hour and 4 hour. So it already retested this daily, not supply zones, demand zones, but it already retested this daily demand zone. And now we want to see it potentially go a little bit further, right? Because right beneath these zones, I have a 12-hour support resistance zone, which would be great to have price continue down there, but we just got to see. So just be careful with what we're looking here. It can go either way, but I do believe we are going to see continued push down. So for GU, we have a little bit better confirmation here. I like this one the most. The weekly from last week ended with a solid engulfing, usually leading into a pullback with a nice wick. Obviously, if you go back in history, you can see that every single weekly candlestick here, no matter what kind of candlestick pattern it is, the following one has wicks. It always has wicks. There's never not going to be a wick, leading to me to say that we could be seeing the pullbacks, and that's probably what we saw yesterday. It might continue a little bit higher. It's still early on, but I do believe we are going to see a continued push down with GBPUSD, which is going to be a nice solid move. It's inside of a channel right now. We had a 4 hour engulfing form. This still could be pulling back. Could it reverse? It definitely could. But I'm still biased towards a sell. So anything going up is just the stop hunt, guys. I don't think it's going to be the overall move. So just be on the lookout. If it does decide to break here, like if it shoots up and it breaks these points, then we can see it continue up, but it needs to have a pretty serious move for it to do that. I think we're going to see it stop on high, retest supply, and then drop back down towards these demand zones. And then from there, it can either respect it and go up. It could break it for an inducement down to the low, and then they'll create some more liquidity, and then they reverse it back up because again, we are overall bullish on this pair. Weekly's bullish, daily's bullish, and the 4-hour is bearish. We just need two of those alignments or two of those time frames to align. So overall, even though these are bullish and we want to be looking for buys, that doesn't mean that we just start buying. It means that we could see price still drop, setting us up for those buying potentials, either going into this week or next week. So we just got to be patient. So just be careful, be on the lookout, wait for the right session, wait for it to go either to the highs or down to the to retest supply or down to the demand zones. But I'm still looking to be bearish. And then I did not go over USDJPY, so bear with me on that. We got USDJPY, a Wanda feed. Now, I don't do this for my pay group anymore because I focus on the 4 pairs that I usually do. So overall, this pair looks like it wants to keep dropping, but it's also hit a point where it could potentially reverse. We could see 1 second. You could see it still has that bearishness, so that the daily's bearish. I would say the weekly it's still bullish because it hasn't technically broken any lows. So the weekly's bullish, the daily's bearish, and the 4 hours bearish. So we would definitely be wanting to look for sells. I'm not sure exactly what that means for the other pair, like EURUSD and GU, but there is a reason why I stopped trading the pairs that are like USD, CAD, Chief, and JPY. I don't trade those pairs anymore. I stick to the base pairs of EU, GU, NU, and AU, and gold because it's XAU, USD. It's a secondary currency. So I think we're going to see this pair continue its move down, very much so. If not, it's in a certain position where it could consolidate here, respect, and then kind of form a rising triangle here, ascending triangle, which would then push price up. That is still up for grabs, guys. And then from there, we would see it push up to these supply points. First area of supply that it would retest, because I'm on the 1 hour, so is right here. Got the 1 hour form. Go to the 15-minute. We have a couple. So we have, this is a 15-minute. I want to use those ones. Those aren't the same ones. And then we have up here. It's 15-minute. And it's currently dropping and it's going right into the demand zone. So you have this right here. I think it's about to touch it actually. So it's going down towards it currently at this very second. If it breaks here, I'm going to draw this. If it breaks here, then we could see it drop down. If it goes down, mix in it, there's a pattern, whatever, it goes back up, we'll see it push up. Right. So it all depends on what goes on here. So I'll do this where you can see price come down and go up to these zones here and make that green. Or you can see price down, break it, retest new supply, drop down into this area, I would say. I did not check if there's any daily demand zones because it's pretty far down. I don't see it going there. Go the 4 hour. So we do have a 4 hour demand. It's not exactly the best setup. but that's good. If I go to the 1 hour, I'll get a cleaner one. I'll get rid of this for now. 1, 2. Let's go to the 15-minute. 15 lines up with the 1 hour or the 4 hour here. Same thing here. These are all pretty solid, actually. I'll do this one. Gotta be tested, but never really broke. And then we'll draw this up. 15-minute. Okay. So that's what we're looking for, guys. If it continues down to here, it's very possible we can have it reverse after that, or we'll continue breaking. But we won't know until later tonight. So with that being said, that is your guys' analysis. Just be on the lookout for how they all form. It's still early on in the evening. We'll know more by London session and New York session. But everyone have a great rest of your night, and I will post another video tomorrow. Peace out.